my god, I look like my mom. Like old lady. I'm gonna try to cut my hair like shorter tonight, all the way short, because, well, anyway, I need help. And I've been trying to write something for a week, and I'm gonna post some things in the comments and video links where I'm explaining myself and justifying myself. But I'm gonna try not to do that here. I'm really sick, and I'm gonna fall through the cracks. And I went to the clinic. I switched. I tried to go to Butte, and it was, the crisis center was 3 days. Like, that's it. And then they don't have housing help, or, you know, you still have to have your own place to go back to. First, I want to say that my going inpatient for me is not an option, because that's trauma, which is real. And because my cat is not optional, and I'm not living in with people that let him outside and don't care about my feelings or my cat enough to just not let him outside. I need to leave Helena, not just because it's not good for me to be here with Bill here and my stuff. I'm gonna get it someday, because I can't seem to go back there either. I've started so many jobs, and I have 2 interviews in Butte next week if I want. That's another thing, is that the reason I need to go to Butte is because I went to the clinic here. I switched clinics because they couldn't give me a case manager, the one I was going to, and they couldn't give me peer support because they just don't have anybody. And my counselor that I was going to before, that I quit going to her because I switched to a trauma-informed counselor. She ended up being completely worthless, for me at least. She's a pushover. I can't have somebody who's a pushover, because I'll cancel appointments, and I won't be honest with her, because I know I can, like, fool them and not tell, because, and that's not even on purpose. Like, as soon as I get, just like whenever I've been physically ill my whole life, I've had walking pneumonia like 3 times. I tell myself I'm not that sick, and I'm being a baby, and by the time I get to the doctor, because I can't breathe, the last time was my coworker told me, she's like, Kristen, you can't breathe. Like, I didn't even notice how pale I am. Anyway, I get in the waiting room, and I'm like, I don't even need to be here. I'm making a big deal out of nothing, because that's my childhood. And for those of you that I don't want to explain myself. My parents are great, but my mom was sick, and my dad covered for her, and it made my sister sick for me. And I learned to not talk, to not make a fuss, and to not ask for help, to take care of other people first, to make sure that they are okay. And I don't know how to take care of myself, and I don't know how to ask for help, and by the time I do, it's too much. But I'm asking for help, and some people have sent me money after last week, and thank you. I won't have to explain it, but I've spent money on, like, motels that I shouldn't have, but I should, because I can't. I'm posting a video about that, but because it's not healthy for me to rent a room in somebody's house where I don't have privacy. 3 strange men, and they're okay, but that's not the point. The point is not that they are safe. The point is I have past trauma with stuff, and I also have always been so private. I didn't like sleepovers. I couldn't even sleep at someone else's house when I was like 12. I remember listening, and I brought this up another thing, is I was justifying it, and I didn't realize until I started making the video and writing about it, that, like, all the reasons that are valid, because I feel like I can't just need something, and I can't really, you know, I can't afford it. I can't afford anything. But if I had cancer, would it be different? I don't talk to people, and I've shamed myself for that, and I don't ask for help. What was I saying? I went to the other clinic because I found out Butte wasn't going to work, because I'd have to move to Butte, and, you know, if I was moving, and, like, in a room for rent, like, moving, and finding and I can't work here. I've been doing gig work. I can't hold a job because I need to be around people in a way where I'm not being, they have to pay me, and I put too much pressure on myself, and I've quit because I can't. That's the thing. Okay, stop justifying yourself, Kristen. I'm driving to Target because I have $5 on the card because I bought stuff somewhere else, and we got rebates when I was spending down my care credit because I have to declare bankruptcy because I'm. And then I brought stuff back to Target where I didn't buy it, so I could get like have a gift. That's what, because I bought it at Walgreens, it was more expensive. Like, I do these crazy things. I just got a free sandwich from Jimmy John's. It's the 4th time I've registered with a different email address, because if you buy one sandwich, you get one free. And they put that my birthday was like in a couple days, so I'll be getting another free sandwich tomorrow. I mean, like, this is things I do. I figure things out. Like, and I'm explaining myself. I went to the clinic. Can I stay on track? My brain is just not. I was there. Case manager is amazing. This guy's amazing, and like, he's like, can I help me with things? Like, I can help you with things. You know, he would call and check on me. And like, are you okay? Can you need help? What can we help you do today? So I went back for my doctor to get like prescriptions extended or whatever. Because I do have a doctor still, but he's an old white man who doesn't listen to me, and that's fucking real. Anyway, but even if I wasn't going to counseling, and I'm not right now because I don't have a counselor because they don't have one. It's one place, and I was taking and like everything was perfect. Like, I don't need. I could be like drinking a liter of vodka a day, which I'm not. And I could be not taking my meds, and I could be not going to the counselor or the doctor, but that wouldn't mean that I don't deserve help. By the way, because if I had cancer, it wouldn't be like, you're doing this or you're doing that. Because part of my sick, okay, stop my person. So I went, and I was myself, like, when I'm around people, then I just went like this. So anxious, and I'm so anxious about being too much and crazy, even when I'm at this doctor's. And they had the social worker there, and I was there for like I was like an hour and a half, and then, you know, we're gonna get you in next week, blah blah blah. We're gonna do what we can, like, it's a holiday week, but you know. And I promised them I wouldn't kill I'm not suicidal, although I thought it all the time, but I wouldn't ever do anything because about the people that would be left in my cat. I promised them I wouldn't harm myself. But then right before I was gonna leave, it was a Tuesday. It was the 23rd. It was Tuesday. They had me. The one lady, social worker, it was me, my counselor, I think, wanted me to meet the director of the behavioral health thing at Pureview Clinic. And basically she said, we don't have enough resources. You need more than we can provide. You should have stayed at the Center for Mental Health. But I came here because they don't have it. She said, we're not gonna let you fall between the cracks. We're going to advocate for you so that they advocate for you. I told her I need them to advocate for me to get to Butte somehow. Because that's where there's like a treatment center where I can have intensive outpatient, and there's a crisis center I could go to for 3 days, and that's where I can be around people in a real way, support groups. So I can like be around people enough so that I can work eventually. Not just do DoorDash and shit. My oil, I thought I just had an oil change. I need my headlight. You have to understand when you have ADHD, like some things that regular people just do are hard for us, and because we don't have executive function, and I have like none right now. I haven't gotten my COVID vaccine. I've signed up for it 7 times because I'm scared. My booster, because I'm scared I'm gonna get sick after, and then I can't work. But then like today I didn't end up working for half the day because so not just because I'm always uncomfortable, I'm always constipated, I'm always that's hypervigilance, and now I'm just fucking. She told me, okay, back on track, Kristen. She told me, and I feel like I have a fever, and I have to buy a thermometer. It's probably my head, and I was gonna pick up at Target, but I need electrolytes, and I'm in a double mask and run in, and I spent half an hour on my phone. I would have had to be able to get pickup, but I was like checking my rebate app and like checking the prices, make sure I had enough money, and it's real. Because I have to use this gift card. Get on track. They can't help me. Nobody's contacted me. I actually made an audio recording of, maybe what's that, I asked her if I could record her. She said, I have something very important to tell you. And I said, can I audio record you? I've never done this before, but like, I forget things, and I want to remember, because she's going to give me some, like, a number I need to call or a person I need to talk to. And she was basically like, we're not going to fall in between the cracks because you matter. I'm sorry, I'm sick. And it's pulling in my head. But I never feel well. I'm always like uncomfortable, or And stop talking, Kristen. No one's contacted me from either place, and I guess I should have called them. But do you understand that's part of the sick? It's like you're relieved that they don't, or it just proves like that you really are. What you've known all along is that you just could fall between the cracks, because that's what happens to people in this country, and that's why I'm asking for help. I don't know if this is gonna fix everything, but this is what I need. I found an apartment. It's $795 with a year lease. It was $845. It's a studio, but it's everything. It's electric. It's Wi-Fi. It's every single thing. It's I can have my cat, and I don't have to pay an extra deposit. I just need a reference for him. I don't even think there's a credit check. This guy is an older dude, and we've been messaging, and I threw at the governor's residence. He didn't mention a credit check, but I need two months rent for security, and then the first month's rent. And I know it's like the 29th, and I don't even have rent for this month here, but I'm gonna get it if I can't earn it, because so I'm already I gotta cancel my fucking booster, because I'm gonna get, if I'm not sick, I'm gonna get sick, and then I'll be able to work, and I need to, and I can figure this out. Like, if I don't get the money, then I can use this like Affirm, and I can get like money to spend ahead. I can buy something like at Walmart and then return it and get like $350 instead, go back on my card, and like I can make up the rent. I can figure this out and get through this month and be in hell in another month. But I'm not running from anything. I'm trying to get to help. And I'm sorry I haven't talked to people, but I'm trying to save myself, and it's hard. I don't talk to people, but there's some kind of people that send me money, but that, and I don't reach out to people either, but I heard from one person, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, 2 people, and neither one of them, I've never met one of them. It's my best friend, probably. He lives in Boston. I know everyone's busy and stuff, but I just had to stop justifying myself. I need to go where there's help for me. And I need to not be in a town where there's a man who manipulated me. And I shame myself for it. I've done geographical, I moved to buildings, I pushed the relationship. I did things wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm messy, like in every single way, and I'm just one big fucking emotion, and I don't talk to people, and I'm not the best friend you've ever had, because I don't keep in touch. But I feel like when I'm there 120%. And I go back to Bismarck, but I don't have anywhere there either, really. I have one person who I barely know, by the way, just more like Facebook, that said I could live with her, and that's what happened to someone else. But in person, I'm just a mess. I write nice things, or I used to, but I don't have any more of a home there than anywhere else. And they can't put the onus on people, on my friends, to get me better, because that's what I need, is just to be around people. I haven't been around people for 2 years in a real way, and I don't know if anyone can comprehend that. And I feel like I'm trying to get attention when I try to explain it, but I haven't been around people in a real way. I haven't watched a movie with somebody that wanted to watch a movie with me. I'm not going to count Mark, because and I'm not blaming anyone. He just I scared the shit out of him, because I think some stuff, and I can't hold other people responsible for my emotions. And I'm just saying that that didn't work out, and trying to live with someone and get someone to spend time with you who doesn't want to be around you because for whatever reason, or can't be, that's worse than being alone, really. And then with Bill, someone that liked you when you were sick and could barely function, and weren't even talking, and were quiet and didn't say anything and couldn't function at all. And then you start getting better, and then they couldn't be around you because you overwhelmed them with their whatever. So on the spectrum, or for whatever reason, they would literally just walk away, and you had to drink just to be around them, because they made your skin crawl. or they made you feel like inferior for some whatever reason. You could, doesn't matter. I've tried to make friends, and I have a friend in this town, but he's going through so much. So I really haven't spent any time with him because he lost close. I mean, it's hard for everybody right now, I know. But I've started to a couple times when I've had jobs, and I don't even know how my first coworker / boss at the Italian restaurant even worked with me. Like, can you imagine someone had been around people for like a year and a half, and then you're with them for like 8 hours a day, and for 5 of that, it's just prepping with just them. And everyone's like Italian, and I mean, that's the only person you really communicate with. And this person is like this and literally can't stop talking the whole time. It exhausted me, and I'm exhausted him. And being around, and less, it's because I haven't around people, and maybe picked the wrong jobs, or I didn't even make the first day in a couple because I just was so anxious from the other jobs that, like, I don't have executive function. I get go anywhere. Like, I get anxious, and I just need to be. I knew like 4 months ago after I lost my dog Mel that the only way I was gonna get better was if I was around people in a real way, like where I didn't have to be self-conscious. And it doesn't matter if people are like, and that it doesn't even, like, people in Bismarck wouldn't even count because I still am. Like, I know if I was back for like a couple days, and like I isolate and stuff. I need to be somewhere. I go to group, and I have to, like, but I also need to be able to retreat to my own space, because that's really, really, like, main need. I decided I need 2 things to get well, and it's the only way I'm going to get well is I need my own space again, where I can shut the door and lock it, and it's my little home, because I don't have a home. And just to be around people, but not where I'm paranoid about, like, I'm not doing my job well enough, or that they feel certain, or that I'm just anything about, like, in the past, like, if I wasn't there for somebody, or if I didn't call somebody, let them know how I was doing, and all of a sudden now I'm in a crisis. Like, I just need to be around new people, but people that aren't judgmental, or that are in the same place I am, or also just not in a good place, so I can just fucking breathe. And I don't know if people can help me, but I'm trying to get, like, even loans. I've been trying